Hey everyone, and welcome back. My name is Steve with CloudArc, and in this video we're diving into a crucial administrative function in Salesforce, which is mass transferring records. This powerful tool allows you to efficiently reassign ownership of multiple records at once, which is incredibly useful for a variety of scenarios. Before we get into the how-to, stick around until the end of the video. We'll share some valuable strategies your team can use to boost results and potentially reduce your Salesforce spending, including details about a new program that offers rebates on your annual licenses. These rebates can be reinvested into training and consulting, so be sure to check out that link, How to Maximize Salesforce. Now, why do you want to mass transfer records? Why is this important? So think about situations like an employee leaving where you need to reassign all their accounts, leads, or cases. Or perhaps you're restructuring sales territories and need to distribute records among a new team. Manually changing ownership one by one is very time consuming and it's tedious and frankly prone to errors. So the mass transfer tool automates this process, which saves you a significant amount of time. So let's start by finding the mass transfer tool. You'll need system administrator permissions or a profile with transfer records enabled for the specific objects that you're working with. So from the setup menu in the quick find box, type mass transfer. You'll see a few options. For most standard objects like accounts, leads, cases, and custom objects, you'll select mass transfer records. Now once you're on the mass transfer record page, the first step is to choose the object that you want to work with. Let's use transfer accounts as our example today. Now this is where you define which records you want to transfer. You can filter by various criteria to identify the specific set of records. For instance, you can choose to transfer accounts currently owned by a specific user or a group. You can also add additional filters based on other fields like account status or industry or even custom fields to narrow down your selection. For our demonstration, let's say we want to transfer all accounts currently owned by Steve Snapp to Matt McCarthy. So we'll select Steve Snapp in the transfer from field. Now remember, you can also select criteria like all accounts or accounts belonging to a specific record type if you don't want to transfer from a specific owner. Next, just select the new owner. In our example, that's Matt McCarthy. So once selected, you'll see some important checkboxes below that control how related records are handled during the transfer. Transfer open activities is usually a good idea as it ensures all open tasks and events associated with these records are also reassigned to the new owner. Transfer closed activities will change all the old history records to the new user. Now typically you don't want to transfer closed activities because you want a record of who did that task. Also including them can clutter the new owner's activity history with completed items. Transfer associated records is a critical option, especially for parent objects like accounts. When checked, it allows you to also transfer related contacts, opportunities, cases that are associated with those accounts that you're transferring. So make sure to check this for a complete transfer, particularly for parent objects, as Salesforce will list the specific related objects that will be included in the transfer. Now once you've carefully selected your criteria and selected the new owner and transfer options, take a moment to review your selections. This action is generally irreversible without manually changing them back, so it's vital to be confident in your choices. Now when you're ready and confident, click the transfer button. Salesforce will then prompt you with a confirmation message, and the message will reiterate the number of records that will be transferred into whom. Read this carefully, and if everything looks correct, click OK to proceed. The transfer process will then begin. For a small number of records, it's almost instantaneous. For a very large number, it might take a few minutes. And you'll receive a success message once the transfer is complete. And that covers the basics of mass transferring records in Salesforce. This is a powerful administrative tool that, when used correctly, can significantly streamline your data management tasks and maintain a clean, organized Salesforce. And thanks for watching. On the screen and in the description, I've included links to our Salesforce user training playlist. And I've also included a 5-minute video that shares 3 strategies that you can use to increase results while reducing Salesforce costs. It's a new program called OSP, and it shares a new way to receive rebate dollars from your annual Salesforce licenses that you can use for training and consulting. So please spend a few more minutes and watch that video on how to maximize Salesforce, and we'll help you take Salesforce to a whole new level in your company. Finally, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.